Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Vintage Craft and Chat. I was sitting here and then I saw it. It said 0. I went to go run and grab my phone holder because I always put my phone on my little arm for my camera. And then when I move it, it goes flying. So I wasn't paying attention, but happy Thursday, everybody. I am so glad you're here. In fact, I saw so many people jumping in and it made me actually want to come on early because I'm like, oh, I want to come hang out with everybody. So I want to say hello to Lena. Hi, Lena. And Leanne is here. And Kathy is here. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. And I have a really fun craft today. I have been, oh, Amy just popped in. Hello, Amy. I hope you're having a good Thursday. So I was thinking this morning, I'm so into doing Easter crafts this year. And I was thinking, gosh, why I didn't really do any Easter last year. And it's because I came back. I was on hiatus from YouTube and I came back in April. So I think when I came back, I sort of missed that. I'll have to go back and look, but I don't think I did any Easter crafts last year. And I'm just all about Easter, spring, pastel colors. I found all those amazing napkins at TJ Maxx last week, and I just have been crafting like crazy with them. So I feel like I'm a little bit Easter and spring obsessed right there. Well, hi, Kay. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Happy Thursday. And I'm so happy this is your first live. That's wonderful. And Angela's here. Hello, Angela. And Terry. Hello, Terry. Yay, Susie's here. Hello, Susie. Oh my gosh, we have so many friends today. This is amazing. Are you Easter crafting too, Amy? Yeah, I'm just all about it. I'm just all about it. That's all I want to do. So we'll probably be doing a lot of Easter crafts probably for the next month or so. Next week's Easter, kind of a take on what we're doing today. All the same colors, all just that. Yeah, pastel and bunnies and chicks and eggs. Yeah, I'm all about that. So hopefully you guys don't you don't get tired of it because you'll be seeing it for a while. Okay, let me make sure I am all caught up. I love it. Everybody is saying hello. So let me show you what we are making. And I actually have some of the tea bag tags that Leanne and I made last week. So if you guys missed last week's, what I'm calling our third Thursday, Leanne was on with me last week, Crafty Kitty Vintage. She's here in the chat. And we made the cutest little tea bag tags. Leanne showed us all how to make them and they're adorable. And I even have them stuck in some of these. So today we are going to make what I'm calling, well, they're pockets. So junk journal pockets. You can put ephemera in them. You can put, journaling tags. And I've left the 3 that I've made so far, we'll be making at least 1, if not 2 today together. So I've left the back blank. And I'm making mine out of glycine bags because I had a ton of them. I had them in my stash for packaging from years ago. I did a little local craft fair and I had bought a big lot of these. Actually, maybe they came from Daiso, if I'm thinking back. I don't know that Daiso has them anymore. So this is what I'm using for my base because I happen to have a lot of them. And they're not gusseted. So I would say if you go to a store, the pharmacy, or a little boutique, and you get a little packaging or a takeaway bag, you could use a paper bag, but these are not like your gusseted paper bag. I'm looking around. Taylor had brought, well, of course it was big. She went to Dick Blick art supply store and she gave me her bag, and it's a rather big one, but often you get these little non-gusseted bags when you're out and about. So that's what we're using as the base. And mine I have left, I haven't covered the back of them because if you were to glue them into the page of a journal, I wouldn't want to, say, put paper on the back of them and then glue them down. I feel like that might hurt the integrity. I wouldn't want them to lift up and come loose, but you don't have to glue them down. You can glue them down and you can create additional pockets in them, right? You could do a little side tuck. You could do a little tuck at the top. But if you're thinking about them in terms of being an ephemera holder, I was trying to see if I had, maybe I don't in this journal. I was trying to see if I had a belly band, but I think they would be really great if you cut, I don't in this one. Let me grab my other one. I know I have a belly band, but you can tuck them, they're a pocket, but you can cover the back and finish the back and tuck them down into a pocket. Here's one. Okay, so we have a belly band here, whoops, on this page. So if you covered and finished the back of them, they would be so cute tucked behind a belly band too. So they're very, very, very versatile. Let me put these aside. There's so much stuff up here today. And the gardener's here. He's very loud. I always have to apologize for the gardener. So there's one. I've sort of done 3 prototypes. This is the one I think we'll be making together today. And then I did pull out supplies and things for an additional one. And then here's another example that I made. And I was just having so much fun with napkins, with fabric scraps, you know, book page scraps, that kind of thing. So here's one of the little tea bag tags that we made with Leanne last week. Isn't that adorable? And I like that the little, I didn't tie it properly, but I love that the little tag sort of fills that open space there. I think that's so cute. And then here's the other one. This is actually the first one I made before I found all those napkins, but this is still a very spring look. I did a fussy cut with a flower out of one of my botanical books. And so same thing, whether you're gluing paper napkins as the background or book pages or fabric, it's the same, what do I want to say? You build them the same way, regardless of the materials you're using. So that is what we're doing today. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. Let me go back in here. Miss Kathy Barker, hello. You did? Oh, I'm so glad you found us. Welcome. And you're fairly new, so that's even better. And we have a wide range of people that join us on Thursdays. Some have been making journals for a long time, paper crafting. Some are new to it. So you're in the right place. You're in the right place, Kathy. That's wonderful. Let's see. I'm sure I've missed Seth, but if I missed anybody coming in, welcome, welcome. Oh, okay. So let's see. No, I'm jumping ahead. So I'm going to go ahead. I like to pull the prompt at the beginning, just because I'll forget if I don't do it at the beginning. So for those that are new, like Mrs. Kathy Barker is new, and we have some new people. We have a little crafty group over on Instagram. And I would like to find a way to make it more accessible, kind of to a wider range. So I have thoughts. What do you guys all think? Some people in here in the crafty group, I know some people don't use Instagram. They're just not on Instagram. They're not comfortable with it. So I was trying to think of a way that that everybody can play along and we can have fun with. So I can post the prompt in the community tab. That's one way, but then we can't necessarily see what people are creating. I do, Angela. I just texted her We lost tabs with each other through the holidays. I texted her, was it Valentine's Day? And said I think it was Valentine's Day, and said happy Valentine's. And we just I think we're just so super, super busy. And I said, I'm a terrible friend. I didn't text you and wish you Merry Christmas, but I hope that she was having a good Valentine Day. So yeah, we're still in contact. Let me know if you want me to reach out to her for anything. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So what we started, we've been doing this for many, many months, 3-4 months, something like that. We started doing it very informally within our Instagram group, and just people would just throw out a prompt. I think this was Christy's initial idea, Tippy Weeks Vintage, and people would just throw out. And then I thought, well, let's make a jar. Let's make it a little bit easier so we don't have to, oh, we already did that one, him and haw. So I'm going to pull out the prompt, and basically we just make a craft. It could paper craft, collage, you name it, whatever it is, with incorporating the prompt. We're not heavy on rules. It's loose and casual. Oh, I should have put A. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, this is different. So it says something with wheel. I think maybe it had an S on the end there. Something with wheels would be the prompt. So you would want to incorporate something in your craft that has wheels. Could be a car, could be a wheelbarrow, could be a bicycle, so many things. But that's it. Just has to have something on it that has wheels. Yeah, loose and casual. I like loose and casual. I don't like a lot of rules. I like, because I think it's more accessible when you're loose about it, right? So that's our prompt. But let me know if anybody has suggestions, because there's probably people out there again that aren't using Instagram that would love to participate. So what we do is we do the craft and or the project with including whatever that prompt is, and then we post a picture in the Instagram group. And last week we picked tickets, and so this was my little nod to tickets. So I used carnival tickets as the background, and I just made these little clusters because, again, I'm all into the fabric. And whoops, this one has a little paper doily behind it, and it's so simple and easy. Added a little bit of ink, but I just attached everything with a staple. Added a little bit of glue just so things weren't too loose, but look how cute these are. And I even used one of these to decorate one of our little pockets today. So you can make tabs out of them. You can use them as little decorations. They're kind of washing out there, but you can kind of see. So simple, so easy, and you can use up all your little scraps. In fact, I came up with another idea, and it was a little bit, it didn't work. I have to go back to the drawing board and kind of have fun with it a little bit more, but I was even thinking of something else you could change these into. And I even added a little bit of tulle on that one. So those were my tickets from last week. And Angela, oh my gosh. So Angela, dear Angela's Vintage, she posted pictures of her ticket project, and she has the most amazing carnival tickets. Oh my gosh. A friend of hers sent her a big, huge roll of vintage carnival tickets, and the ones Angela used were brown, but then she posted a picture and they're blue on the inside, so the brown is kind of the age part of it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe Facebook. I'm always hesitant on Facebook because I don't really understand. Ooh, I look really dark all of a sudden, don't I? Do I look dark? It got very dark in here. Maybe just on my screen it's dark. Make sure I am plugged in. I am plugged in. I don't understand Facebook. I don't understand how to post in there. I never quite got it, but that's a good option. I'm going to make a note because I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn. And I know you love Facebook, Amy, you do a lot of stuff on Facebook. Oh, can I show? Okay, let me get your picture. Let me pull that up. Okay, so I'm going to make a note here. I have my ripped envelope that I pulled out of my recycle bin next to me. Facebook. Okay. Maybe that would be a good thing to address. I have so many things that I want to look into this year. I want to look into Zoom. There's lots of things I want to look into. Okay, what did Kathy say? I have used, oh, this looks good. I have used dryer sheets for reinforcements. Oh, I haven't tried that on thinner papers. It comes out great on different types of projects. Awesome. I never thought to do that. We switched over to using those wool dryer balls like a bunch of years ago. So I don't have dryer sheets. Maybe when I go visit my parents in a couple weeks, I'll say, do you have any? Keep your dryer sheets for me. Okay, good, Amy. I will reach out to you then, because I don't. I feel like I'm missing a lot with Facebook. And then you have your personal, and then you have to have a business page, and that whole switching back and forth, I think confuses me. That confuses me too. Angela says she loves the idea of reusing the dryer sheets. I have a box laying around I've been trying to use. We have those dryer balls too. Yeah, we switched over a bunch of years ago. In fact, we also recently, this is totally off on a tangent, we switched over to detergent sheets. Instead of having the liquid or the powder, we're trying those. They're just sheets of laundry detergent, and those have been working great too. Yeah, used dryer sheets. So used dryer sheets. Oh, is that? See, okay. So maybe we'll discuss that in the other new group we have. See, I don't know any of that stuff. So only the host can post, and not. Well, I don't like that. I want so everybody can post. I wouldn't like that, because then that's not fun. Detergent sheets too, but not that. Yeah, Nettie. Oh, hi Nettie. Hi Nettie. Aren't those good? I like them. I even said to Jim the other day, "Are you liking this? Does our laundry seem clean?" Hi Nancy. I hope you have a blessed week too. I hope you're doing good. Okay. Okay, so let me turn the camera around, and then I wanted to show one more thing. It's making me think of Leanne. Settings. Let me pull this around. Kind of do the down scope a little bit. So I don't know if any of you have gone to Joann's. I know Amy said last week that she went into Joann's and they just had 20% off. I went yesterday with my daughter Taylor because she feels a little like we're not straight. Doesn't it feel like this end is lower than this end? It's interesting. I don't know why it would that's giving me a perception like I'm falling this way. So Taylor needed some canvases for her art class, and that's the place that she can find them least expensive, and she has the best luck. So we went to Joann's yesterday, and I wasn't really impressed, but it's because our Joann's has never been that great. We don't have a good paper crafting. They have like hardly any stamps, the silicone ones, the silicone ones, or the wooden ones. They kind of have paper packs. They have a little teeny tiny Tim Holtz section. So I was kind of like, meh. I came home with, I think, 2 kind of paper crafty things, but I found this Somerset Studio, and I usually don't buy this because they tend to be a little bit pricey, but I indulged. They did have, I think it was 20 or 30% off on all their books and magazines. So I picked this up, and look what they had. I was looking at it last night. at the dinner table. Look, Leanne. So this isn't made out of a tea bag, and it's one of the ones that has the quote on it. So we noticed that when we were making our tea bag tags last week. So they removed the tag part and tied it to the top of this tag. Isn't that cute? So that's yet another way that we can upcycle, the different pieces and parts of the tea bag. So cute. Because I know Leanne says she likes to take them all apart, flatten them, use them for texturing and decoupage. So isn't that cute? It made me think of you. So I marked it so we could share it today. Okay. So let me put that aside. Let's see. Oh no, Nancy. Oh, I hope they can definitely get you a car tomorrow. That is not good when we feel like we don't have transportation. That's never a good feeling. And dependable transportation. Yeah. And then let's see. Oh, and then Susie's asking if you can do die cuts on dryer sheets. I would bet maybe no, only because I tried to, actually when I was making these this week, I had a portion that I had covered with napkin. Which one was it? I think it was this one. So I just have all this adorable little ephemera stuck in mine. So let me actually empty these. Well, I'll leave that one full. Let me kind of empty them out so you can see what the basic envelope is. So they're empty here. This one, I tried to take my circle punch and I had decoupage napkin on it. And even though it had the glycine paper backing, it wouldn't go through. So it was the layer of the glycine bag and the napkin. And I didn't have any Mod Podge on top. I just had glue stick is how I attached it, and it wouldn't cut through. So it kind of indented it. I don't know if you could see, it's a little bit regular. I just had to kind of come in with my scissors. And then I ended up putting the fabric over the top, and I had to cut the fabric as well. So yeah, sometimes there is a little trick if you have something that's not cutting well with the dies, the paper dies. You can sometimes, I've done that where I've layered an extra piece of paper, like thin cardstock or something like that, and then it will allow you to cut through. But I tried this without doing it, and I kind of messed it up. So I'm gonna I'm gonna text my parents. I have to go out to the desert to help them with their taxes. So I'm gonna say, do you use dryer sheets? Will you save some of your dryer sheets? Okay, so let's get started. I think we'll make this one. We'll make this particular one. I pulled the supplies that I used for that one. So we'll make this one, and then if we have time, we'll go back and make a second one. And we're doing Easter because, again, I'm all about the Easter these last couple weeks. Okay, so here's the bag. Also, there's a supplied list down below. If you click more and you go down in the description, there's a supply listed down there. If at times I can find links, Amazon links, or I've bought things in the past from Amazon, I will put those in there. Those are affiliate links. You don't pay anything additional if you click on the links and purchase through there. I just get like a few pennies. And actually, I haven't even gotten to $10 yet. It takes so long. I think I've probably been doing the links since last year. So it takes a very, very long time. You have to get up to $10 before they'll give you a payout, but every little bit helps. And I'm already planning out, when I get that $10, what am I going to get for us to have fun with, right? I don't know. Maybe I'll take some of your suggestions of something that I don't have that would be fun to experiment and play with. And I'm getting really close to the $10. So that will be fun. Okay, so here we have just a simple glycine bag. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off this top. If you can see One side is a little bit taller than the other. And I think I'm just going to use my paper cutter. Sometimes I'll just use scissors. I've used fancy scissors. I've just done plain straight scissors, but I think we'll do it real quick here. Then I know it's relatively straight. Okay, so we cut the top off. And then I come in because some of this is loose, if you can kind of see how that's loose there. So I'm going to grab my art glitter glue because it's so quick drying, fast drying. And I'm just going to come in here and glue that little flap down there so that it's nice and snug. You don't have to do it, but anytime I have anything that's kind of sticking up, I like to glue it down. I wouldn't want, if you're trying to put a piece of ephemera or a tag or something inside, you don't really want anything to catch. So I think because it's loose, that's a good thing. Quick and easy like that. And then you could do it either way because we are going to be covering it with paper and fabric, but I typically fold what we just glued, that loose part, I typically fold that up. So I'm just going to get a rough visual. Doesn't need to be exacting. In fact, probably of the three, I probably did all different sizes. I just kind of do what's pleasing to me. Maybe I'm going to do this one a little bit. I'm actually going to do a little bit higher just because of the little cluster that we have on the front. So I'm just going to get my fold so I know where my papers will be and where my fabric will be. And let's cover the back with fabric. In fact, this will be a good test because we'll punch that little half circle tab top on the front and we'll see how that does. And I just grabbed a book page. I love the big font. I have like 3 or 4 of these vintage children's books, and these are one of my favorite to work with because I love the super large font. This one, I used some antique book page for that one, but you can see how large it is. I think this one, I used I think it looks like maybe a dictionary, either thesaurus or dictionary, which if you're starting out junk journaling, that was one of the first books that I grabbed from the thrift store or an estate sale. Dictionaries, thesauruses, those, sometimes you can even get them free. I'm sure the like libraries, they get so many of them. They're just a dime a dozen. So that's always my recommendation if you're just starting out journaling. Let's see here. I kind of like this. I'm just looking at the words. Oh, maybe I like this section. I'm going to take off this little bit of white here. I'm just going to grab my ruler. That's a really kind of quick and easy way to tear down book pages. Oh, Angela, I didn't show the tickets. Let me make sure I get caught. Oh, hi, Kim. Kim is here. I didn't see you come in. Hello, hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, let me go on Instagram. I wanted to show those tickets. I'm like kind of crazy for them. I love anything vintage. Let's see here. They're amazing. Oh, wait, let me show you what Angela made so then you could see the different color. So these are Angela's tickets here. Aren't they adorable? And immediately I was like, ooh, those are really, just even the tickets themselves are amazing. But I love how she decorated them with the mushrooms. And I love how she changed up the little top there. So cute. Hopefully those are coming through. Adorable. And I was like, oh, even those tickets are amazing. So that's the picture of the ticket. So the ones she used, she must have used the browner ones at the outside because she said they get more blue towards the middle. Look at that. It's not coming over as turquoisey to you guys, but Angela's picture is much more turquoise on my end. Aren't those beautiful? What does it say? Keep this coupon, drop this ticket in proper place. I love that. Carnival tickets are one of my favorites to craft with. And of course, you can get brand new carnival tickets on Amazon. Somebody once told me they carried them at Dollar Tree, but I was not lucky enough to find them at Dollar Tree. I would love it if Dollar Tree brought them back. Let's see here. Aren't those wonderful? Oh, they're so good, Angela. Yes. Okay. Let's see. I'm back. Okay, so I'm going to rip this down. I'm going to get rid am I going to rip it down again? No, that's okay. I don't like a lot of white space, but we'll just leave that. We'll just leave that in there. And then I'm just going to get sort of a rough estimate of where the paper will be. I'm just going to put it behind this flap here. I don't want to cover all the way down with the paper because even with using art glitter glue, I've done that in the past. I've used the art glitter, you know, stuck the paper all the way down here, adhered the paper, came back in and used art glitter here, but it lifted. So I like to just put sort of what is enough to cover. Oh, let me also get my, I just want to do a visual because we're going to cut a little tab. Oh, no, we're not. I'm all over the place. We're not doing that on this one. Okay, so I just want to glue down just enough to cover there. And I'm going to take my pencil. Pencil's always one of my best friends for marking things. And I'm just going to do a little pencil line. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just so I know how far to glue that down. And I think I'll use the art glitter. It'll dry a little bit quicker. If I'm just crafting at my leisure, sitting here in my little craft space, I will often use glue stick like Yoo-Hoo, something strong sticking glue stick, but I'm going to use the art glitter here. And I also see this little seam is sticking up. So let's see. I'm going to take the opportunity to put some glue behind that as well. And just stick that down. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we have our little book page. My thing is kind of frozen. It's not moving. Hey, y'all. Okay. Oh, that was weird. I've never seen that. It had a little box and it said new comments. Hi, Amy T. Welcome. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. We meet every Thursday, every single Thursday, unless it's a holiday or something comes up, but every single Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm in Southern California, so it's 11 a.m. Pacific here for me, but I usually quote the Eastern Standard Time of 2 p.m. And we do mostly junk journal type crafts, always paper crafts, all kinds of fun stuff. Some of my older videos, I did a lot of holiday decor, kind of cute, kind of kitschy, always vintage. I love vintage, so I like to use as much vintage craft supplies in my crafts as I can, whether it's junk journaling or assemblage making, that kind of thing. I always like to include vintage if I have it. And if I don't have vintage, then I'm always trying to source things that we can make that we can make look vintage. So there we have our little piece of book page there. And I'm going to take the opportunity before we move on and do some inking. Let's just ink this up a little bit. Let's build up our layers and get that vintage look. Our glycine bag is not vintage. Our book page is, but we can definitely give it that look and feel. And you could really change the look up too if you're using like a craft paper bag that's similar to this construction that's not gusseted. I want to make sure we're not, I want to make sure we weren't glued in there. Okay, we're going to hit that. And I'm even going to come in and hit the sides of this. We still need to glue it down, but just anything I think may show, not the back, but just these little edges, even though we're going to be covering them with fabric. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, let's see, just April. Just April, do you go by Juju or is that somebody else in the chat? I want to make sure. You did, it was fun. You did my DD swirl and I was tickled pink with myself. Oh, I don't know what a DD swirl is, but I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. Let me make sure. Let me see if I'm oh, I think I am subscribed to you. Okay, good. I'm going to go back and look. I just wanted to check that really quick. So I am all set. I am intrigued. Okay, let me go back. There we go. DD swirl. Oh, that sounds fun. Okay, I'm going to ink this up here. Let's hit this a little bit with the ink. Okay, that's good. And let's punch a little half circle in the top here. Sometimes I just eyeball it. I think I'll try to find, let me pick a thing here. Let me get relatively, sometimes I don't eyeball it very well. Sorry, my silence. Okay, I think that's pretty even. I think I have two mats. I have a mat on this side of my craft desk, my dining room table, and then I have one on the other side. It's a different, slightly different mat, but it's much easier. There's a little bit of this sticking up. I probably should have gone around and not just glued down that back side. I should have really double checked. So do that. Don't do like me. Go back and double check anything that's kind of loose. Okay. And I'm going to take my little paper cutter. This is a 1.5 inch. And we'll just do a little half round. Actually, less than a half round, probably about a quarter. About a quarter, so that when people are looking at it, it looks like a tuck spot. Okay, and you can come in here and be a little bit extra. You could put a piece of paper in here or fabric, or you could decoupage some napkin on there if you didn't like the look of that. I'm just going to hit it up with some ink. Let me grab... I just have some pieces of dictionary paper here that had ripped out of a dictionary. So let me just put that down on my desk here. And I'm just going to hit it with the ink, and it really blends in nicely with the paper. Kind of takes the whiteness away. And that's kind of good enough. There we go. And then I'm going to hit this little round here that we cut out. I'll hit that a little bit more. Maybe we'll come in with some green too. I've been having fun. I always like mixing the greens and brown. This is Vintage Photo, and I have Evergreen Bow here, which is kind of a turquoisey. So let's hit it with a little bit of that too. It's very subtle, but it's nice to have that little pop. Kind of reminds me of like copper patina, you know, when copper is exposed to the elements and it gets a little bit of that greeny, coppery look to it. I think I'll hit that up a little bit. Okay, I think that looks cute. Hi, Jeffrey, welcome. Hello, hello. Okay, and you can kind of see, you can see a little bit of the green, but you can see how the ink just kind of takes away the white and covers that up nicely. And the next thing we want to do is cover the pocket with material. I think I used something different on all of these. So this one, I used book page. And what was this? I think this background was just a piece of, what do I want to say? Tissue paper. I had a piece of kind of beigey cream tissue paper. So that's what I put on top of that pocket. This one is kind of book page here, antique book page. This is a bit of napkin here that I glued on the back, and then some pieces of fabric. So just kind of grab your stuff out and just have a play. And once you start making one, you'll be like, oh, what would this look like? And what would that look like? And it just, you kind of can't stop making one. But let's cover that one with fabric, or this one. And I'm going to grab out just this little scrap here. I think on the other one I used the salvage edge, but I don't think there is a salvage edge. Is there one on this one? No, this looks like something, I think somebody may, no, I guess it's rolled down. I thought maybe somebody had sewed that. Maybe what I'm going to do is come in here with my pinking shears, I think. So let's get a general, so it's probably about there. Sorry, I'm doing this very awkward way. I'm going to rip that down. Okay, I think that's good. And then let's maybe, yeah, let's add some pinking to it. Where's my scissors? Just so it doesn't unravel as much. It's okay if it does. And I also like to use, I'm going to cut it here so I can kind of get it straight. Fray check is a great thing to use. I use that often. It's almost like a glue, and then you can just put it on the edges of things so they don't unravel. But of course, sometimes we just love that. We love the unraveling. Oh, that's cute. I like the pinking. Okay, let me get, maybe we'll pink the bottom too. See, I didn't do that in the other one. I think that's about right there. I find with these crafts, your creativity just kind of takes off. At least it does for me. Once I get that first one made, then it just kind of goes. Okay, that's cute with the pinking. I like that. Okay, let's see how we can do the side. I think it just gives it that little extra something, something. It is. I mean, to think this was my first one, and actually, speaking of prompts, this was a prompt from a few weeks ago. So because I'm making and I'm coming up with crafts for all of you to do, for us to do together on Thursday, I often take, and I had shared this with another YouTube creator, I often take the prompts and use them as a way of just a jumping off point to come up with a craft for all of us to do on our Thursdays. I figure while I'm at it, right, I might as well come up with something fun that I think we would all like to do. And so our prompt was bag. So this was actually the thing that I had done that particular week with bag. And you can see how much it changed. It's, I guess, the same basic build, but the materials changed over time because I got the napkins and then I started digging in my spring colored fabric. So yeah, I find that that happens often. It's like you kind of keep refining it. Just get, for me, I feel like it just keeps getting better and better. And we always keep these little scraps. Those are going to go into my scrap jar there. And hopefully I'm pretty aligned here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue the edges down. I'm going to use art glitter glue for this as well because it's permanent, it's very strong, and I'm going to be a little more generous. I'm probably doing about maybe 1/4 of an inch or so. Maybe 2/8 of an inch. But I'm not just doing one small thin line. I'm being more generous just because I don't want it to pull away. The glycine bag to the glycine bag would not pull away, but because we have book page also sandwiched in between. And because I've had experience of it happening before. So you guys get the benefit of learning from me. I won't call them mistakes because they're not really mistakes, but okay, we're going to press that down. I also love the sound of these. That's the also fun thing, is they also make kind of a fun sound when they're in your journals. So that's another fun thing about using these bags. We're looking pretty good there. And even though this takes a little bit longer to dry, I don't really love using art glitter glue. I will use it sometimes for small little paper, fabric scraps. Sometimes I'll use the art glitter, but I really love Fabri-Tac for anything fabric related. And I just take the Fabri-Tac bottle and I've just put them into one of these Baby Bell bottles, which were a game changer for me. I find the Fabri-Tac, when I leave it in the actual bottle, it kind of dries out and it's really hard to squeeze out. If all of you have had that experience. So these Baby Bell, and I think they're made for icing, right? Like cake decorating and cookie decorating. I sort of resisted for a while and oh my gosh, I'm like, why did I wait? It was like game changer. Try to get this as straight as I can. A little bit wonky, but we're pretty good. Oh, it's cute. I like the, isn't that cute? I think the pinking shears just made a just extra cute little detail to it. Okay, so there we have our one pocket here. We have a little pocket here. If you were to glue this into a journal, we talked earlier, you could slip it behind a belly band. It's also small enough that it would easily fit into a pocket, like say for a little golden book journal. So you could slip it down in a pocket. You could cover the back of it too if you were going to use it that way as sort of a standalone ephemera holder or tag holder. What was I going to say? Yeah, then you could cover the back of it. I forgot what I was saying. What was I going to say? What was I going to say? I totally lost my whole tangent. Maybe it'll come back to me. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So if you have your journal, let me grab your journal, one of my journal pages. That's what I was going to say. So let's find a page here. Something that's a little bit blank. We'll just use this page. So for instance, if you had this and you were going to glue it onto a journal page, you could just run a bead of glue here, and then you'd actually get a third pocket here at the top, or you could glue it down this direction and leave your opening here. So you could definitely get at least one other tuck spot out of it. So those are kind of my two thoughts and options with it. It would also be adorable, I think, too, for friend mail. If you were sending friend mail to somebody and maybe putting like a little craft pack or something together, this would be so cute as the cover of that pack, filled with some goodies, lots of options. Would also be cute to put a little gift card in here, or a greeting card or something, and give this to a neighbor, a friend, slip this into an Easter basket. So I think lots of ways you could use these. Aren't the sugar bells life-changing? I feel like sometimes when you make those little tweaks with your crafting tools and the things you're doing, it's total life changer. Let's see. Susie says, how do you get that tick glue into the bottle? I hate mine because I can't squeeze it and it overflows. These are great. The baby bells. I just took, so this is what it looks like. So it has that little metal top in it that, like they put in I guess it really probably is for frosting, because that's similar to the tips that you would have in a frosting bag. And they also come with this this other part of the lid here, which is similar, right, to the frosting bag. So you have those two pieces. And the top is, I had a little bit of glue there. The top is pretty big. So I think I just unscrewed this. This is a really old one. I'm trying to use it up. It's all kind of, I don't know. It's a little bit dry, but I've been keeping it over here on my desk, and I'm really trying to use it up because when I got these, I didn't want to put any old glue that was open and I had been using for a while. I just put fresh glue. I think I had bought like 3 of these. I go through so much glue. So I had a brand new bottle of Fabri-Tac, and that's what I used to fill this up. I didn't want to give it any reason to not, I guess, be successful. And that's it. So I just unscrewed the lid of that one and just poured it in. Really, really good. Okay, so we have that. All right, let's work on our little cluster. We're going to build our little cluster here with the bunny and the chick. And where are my napkins? I shared all the napkins I picked up at TJ Maxx a couple weeks ago. I think I shared them last week when Leanne was on and we were doing the tea bag tags. So I love using napkins. I use them in many different ways. I like to just use them to obviously decoupage on things. Let me grab this one. So this one right here, this is a napkin. In fact, I grabbed it out of the drawer because I just had a small piece. So this right here is napkin. So I like to use them in that way, but I also like to make little die cuts out of them because I find with napkins, the images, they're so nice and crisp and clean. I like using stickers too, but I love the napkins because they're so matte, but you can make your own little die cut, which is what we will be doing. And then you just glue it on a piece of like cardstock and it instantly becomes an instant die cut. Whoops. In fact, I did it with this one too. So I just took the image off this napkin. Where's a little bunny? So there's one of the little bunnies. So I just did a little fussy cut of that and made a little, basically it becomes like a little paper die cut. There you can kind of see it a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do with this, which is another great thing. I don't think I have, let me grab my cutter bees. I don't think I brought them over. Just a second. There we go. So also if you're starting out junk journaling, you know, you may not have a lot of books to get images out of or children's books, but a lot of us have napkins, maybe from, you know, entertaining, Christmas, past Easters, you name it. And we have those and they're really accessible. They're very inexpensive. I think the packs, maybe all 4 packs I picked up were maybe $2 or $3 each. So there I've just done just a little fussy cut. You could come in and rip, but for me it's just as easy to take, I like these small scissors, these little cutter bee scissors work best for me when I'm doing little fussy cutting. So I just did a little quick little cut. Let me find, and this is just a scrap piece of cardstock. In fact, I think I had copied something on it, so you can see the little lines there from the copy machine. So it's just a little scrap piece. I hope this is big enough. It is. Okay. And I'm going to take my glue stick. Ooh, it's kind of dry. Ooh, got dried out. Oh, I'm at the end of that one. I used that up. I'll probably come in here and kind of scoop it out, but it won't work for it's right flush with that plastic piece. Okay, I'm going to grab this one. This is a purple one. Oh, look at that one. Everyone I'm grabbing here, I've already dug into that one. Let me grab another one. Let's see here. There we go. I have so many different glue sticks because my daughter and I, we did a glue stick comparison. I have a video out there on my channel and I think we purchased like 7 different glue sticks and we did like a comparison of all of them, how they stuck over time, how they did on different substrates, you know, magazine page or paper. And it was fun. So I have lots of glue sticks to use up. Okay, so I just put the glue down and I glued it down. Sometimes I'll come in and I'll put glue on the back of the napkin. I've done it that way too, but I'm just trying to be a little bit quicker. So I just put it right onto the cardstock and laid the paper down. And we'll just let that dry for a little bit before we come back and fussy cut around it. So let's build the rest of, make sure that fits. Yeah, make sure that fits. Let's build the rest of our little cluster here. Let me clear off some of these tools here. It's crazy. Oh, we have new friends in. Hi, Piper Lily Thrifts. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, tons of textures. I have been really playing with the textures the last couple weeks. This is funny. What was this song? This was a piece of, oh, Burt Bacharach. or Burt Bacharach. Oh, this was funny because this song, it was, there's always something, what was it? There's always something there to remind me, I think is what the song was, which I thought was really fun. I think is what it was. Copyright 1964. So, hey, sweetheart. My daughter just got home from school. Okay, I kind of like this section down here. I'm going to cut that. Let's see, or do we like it over here? I like it when there's lots of interest going on. Like this section over here. So I'm just going to do a loose cut and then we'll come in with our fancy scissors and make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Hi, Giggles. How are you? Hello, hello. Oh, I'm so glad everybody's here today. Hope you guys are all having an awesome day. Okay, so there is, let's see, is this dry enough? I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more. Let's get, I've been using these a lot too. These little kind of leftover from when the kids were little. These little craft scissors. In fact, I had one break the other day. I find that they don't last a long time, and I newly discovered them this past year, and I've been using them a lot, but I did have one break the other day. They're not really made particularly well. So I'm just going to come in here and do a little fancy cut and try to retain as much of that kind of imagery and the design and the music notes here as much as I can. Kind of get rid of that white. I don't like a lot of the white space. There we go. I am going to try the Bearly glue. I know we have a lot of friends that love the Bearly glue here. I want to try that eventually. In fact, I'd love to do a little comparison with the art glitter and the Bearly, but I have a big, huge bottle of the art glitter. I just bought a big bottle of it last time, and then I've been refilling my smaller bottle. Is it dark to you guys, or is it just me? Whoops. It looks so dark. Wait, what happened? Now I'm like a big screen here. It like looks black almost. Settings. Touch up appearance. Oh, what happened here? Now I really messed it up. Settings. It's like huge. Now it's taking up my whole screen. Sorry, guys. I can't see the chat. Do I do that? Oh, there we go. Okay. It's so dark. Is it that way to you guys? It is dark? That's weird. Let me look. Why is it like that? That's really strange because it isn't dark here. Settings, touch up appearance, standard definition. Low. Why is it doing that? Do you know, sweetheart? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Look at I'm gonna ask Taylor. Look how dark it is. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Why do you think it would be that way? Because it's not realistic. It's weird, huh? Settings, audio, camera. Let's see if we can look at it and fix it. Taylor just walked over. Remember we were talking about the jelly rolls? Was that last week? Yeah. She picked up a black and a metallic gold. Oh, that's better. Oh, what did you do? Brightness. Oh, is my overall screen brightness. Is that better? Oh my gosh. Do we want it even? Oh, that's pretty good. That's as bright as it goes. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was so weird. I must have hit something. It didn't know it. So Taylor picked up it on campus today. She picked up a black jelly roll. Oh, these are going to be fun to play with. And this metallic. Okay, $1.99 for anybody that wants to know. Ooh, I like this black. Let's see what the gold looks like. That's beautiful. Oh, these are fun. Can you guys see? So there's the black. This is just like, I don't know, smudgy from something else. So there's the black. Isn't the gold fun? Ooh. Oh my gosh, that's fun. Let's see. It keeps changing like an auto setting, similar to how, yeah, that's my camera. I'm going to invest in a new camera, I think in the next couple weeks, next month. Noelle suggested one that she uses, and I think I'm going to switch over because see how it does that autofocus and you can't get away from it with, I think this is a Logitech. This is the second one I've had like this, and it annoys me because it wants to focus. And I just don't like it. But she recommended one that doesn't have that focusing, and it's actually less expensive. I'll tell you, although yours is probably good, Leanne, you must have a good camera because I don't notice yours doing that when you craft. Reptile glue. I haven't. I'm gonna make a note because that's interesting to me. Reptile glue. I'm putting that with my Facebook. The look into the Facebook situation. I don't have any pens. All my pens, oh, I'll use my jelly roll. All my pens have walked away. So I have Facebook to look into, and it's called reptile glue. Huh. I've never heard it either. That's interesting. Oh, aren't those fun? I only have white. So we had a whole deep dive conversation last week on jelly rolls because I was using my white one, and then Leanne's white ones were not working. So we were doing this whole experimentation, putting it in. Leanne went and got hot water or warm water and tried to make her pens work. Okay, I'm going to grab my little cutter bees here. Maybe I'll pull this. Let me see if I can pull it a little bit further away. And then sometimes it doesn't do the focus. Probably if I clean up my space a little bit too. It's a little crazy here. If I don't have so much stuff it's trying to focus on. Very messy today. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my little fussy cut, my little cutter bees, and I'm just going to fussy cut around it like you would a book image or a printable, anything like that. I'm going to leave a little bit of a, white space. I'm not going to cut right up to the image because it's very delicate. We have really delicate leaves and flowers. It's always the tedious part, but I wanted to show you guys how you could glue it on. And I don't come back in, I don't put any, you could also use Mod Podge too, but I like the glue stick when I'm making these little, what I call die cuts. And I don't come in and put anything over the top. I don't put a layer of Mod Podge or anything over the top. You certainly can, but I love that sort of matte look that you get with the paper napkin. And I think if anybody was looking at this, they probably would not know that it was napkin once you do this technique. I love jelly rolls. So jelly rolls, I only discovered these maybe a year or so ago. In fact, this one looks different than my other one. Where's my other one? Everything's on the other side of my desk. Let me grab it. It looks a little bit different. Oh no, I guess it's the same. I thought the lid was the same. Everything's over on the other side. So up until now, I only had this, and they are made by Sakura. I didn't put the links down below for it. I don't think I even did for last week either, because I just grabbed it and used it. But you can definitely buy them on Amazon. Taylor bought them she goes to Cal State Fullerton, and so she bought it in the student bookstore today, because when she looked at the prices last week, she thought they were well priced. What did she just say, $1.99? Oh, you can't, it's hard to, but they're made in Japan, and they're by the brand Sakura, or Sakura, Sakura, and it's jelly with a G, so jelly roll. And they come in different sizes. So the white I have is 08. Let's see what she bought. That's probably a pretty standard size. It looks like she grabbed the black in an 08, and I don't see on the metallic gold. But they're very smooth. Sometimes if you're doing it over, like we were playing with them over Mod Podge last week, sometimes they sort of start working. So then you have to, take it and just kind of write on a piece of paper, and then the ink will start flowing again. Let's see if I can find, where's the one that I outlined? I had one little tea bag. I don't know where it went. Had one of these where I did a little outlining, and it was super cute. Except I don't know where it went. It was in with all this ephemera. It's not that one. Could be on the floor. That happens to me often. Maybe I'll find it later. But they're just nice to come in, and you can, they're great to outline things. So if something needs a little accent or a little bit of outlining, I think they're really great for that. I will use the Micron pens too. That's another brand that I like. And these might be by the same. Oh, these are made by the same. So these are made by Sakura. Sakura is, I guess, how we would say it. And these come in different size too. So those are kind of my go-to. These are archival inks, the Micron. Taylor, what are jelly rolls? What kind of ink is that? Acrylic? Gel ink? Okay, so they're gel ink, is what she's saying. She just said that they're like the ink pens you used to get in the 2000s, but I don't remember. I don't remember that. I wasn't using glitter pens in the 2000s, I think. That's funny. Let's see. You don't do Amazon, Susie? Yeah, sometimes Amazon can be very overwhelming. I don't think we looked up. We were going to look up the price on Amazon. I think she was thinking because they came from the student store that they were less. We went into Joann's yesterday, and I know Joann's doesn't carry them. Maybe Michael's does. Does anybody know? Oh, you ordered doubles, Susie. It's super easy to do, right? Because you put it in your cart and then don't realize. It's very easy to do. Milky pens. Oh, is that what they were called, Amy? Milky pens. See, I don't know what that is either. I'm not up on my pens the way you and Taylor are, because you're both artists too. So you're all up on your pens. I'm cutting this out very slowly here. Okay. Probably should have done this little piece in between. I could tell that's gonna rip there. I should have cut that last. It's kind of, okay, let me get back into the groove here with the fussy cutting. You could mass make these too. You could just sit down and do a bunch of them all at one time. It's kind of relaxing to do. You could even like glue the whole napkin down to just a big piece of cardstock or a piece of paper, something and you could probably do it on, I like the cardstock, like this thin cardstock. You could probably also glue it onto maybe printer paper, but I do like, I like the little bit of extra thickness that the thin cardstock gives it. And it is best, I think, to do it on white. Although you could experiment if you had some cardstock that had color to it or design, you could kind of see what it looked like. But I tend to do just white. It makes the napkins pop a little bit more on the white background. It doesn't kind of muddy up the image. All right, I might not get as close on this one as I did the other one. That little chick is just flailing out in the air there. You got them on Amazon and Hobby Lobby. Yeah, we'll have to compare. Maybe somebody look up on Amazon. So Taylor paid. See, now I keep forgetting. Was it $199 or $190? Oh, now she can't hear me. She's in the family room, but she probably has her earphones in. Were they $190 or $199? $199. Okay. We're assuming that was a good price. Okay. All right. So we have our little fussy cut. Oh, I love that it's much brighter now. It was so dark. It was so weird. Okay. So there's a little fussy cut. So we just glued it on. How cute is that? I think that's just as cute as any sticker, any book page, any printable. And look how many images. Let's see. I think I've done, I don't know if I've cut 2 or 3, but this is a small cocktail napkin. So look how many you can get off of just one napkin. And of course, there's probably 20 napkins or so in a pack. Okay, so we have our little image here. I just want to look at how big I want to make this sheet music. So where's my pencil? I lost that too. Here we go. I'm just going to make a little pencil mark over here, kind of where we want to cut. Doesn't have to be super perfect. That's pretty good. So there's our little background with the music page, and it fits on the front of our pocket. So that's perfect. All right. So the other thing I layered, and I should have looked at these last time I was in Daiso, but I know these, I'm pretty sure, no, maybe not, because it says Doodlebug Design ink. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking that I purchased these at Daiso, but they're just a package of little mini paper doilies. So they come in, there's black and white within the pack. So there's black and white, but you could just take a larger piece of doily. I love incorporating paper doilies. So like here's a bigger one. So if you had one that was a bigger piece, you could just take a piece of this. You can get sort of the same look. But I'm going to use one of the white ones here, and I'm going to use the whole thing. make sure that fits also. And it hangs off a little bit on the paper, but I'm fine with that because I think that gives it a really nice texture. So we're going to hit actually both of these things with ink. So let's grab our vintage photo. And I'm just going to do it over this scrap piece of dictionary page. So we're just basically going back to the same ink colors that we used on that book page at the top of our pocket. Oh, Blick is so good. In fact, Amy Taylor discovered that she has a Dick Blick maybe, I don't know, within 10 minutes from her campus, and she's super excited because it's probably about a 45-minute drive. We would, if we were driving to one, we would go to a different one. I think Santa Monica maybe is where it's at, and it's like a whole day thing with the traffic. Let me grab my evergreen bough and let's hit both of them with it. No, actually, I think I'm just going to leave this one with the vintage photo, and I'm just going to hit this one, I think, with a little bit of green. Change it up a little bit. So she went the other day after school. She's super happy that she has one a little bit closer. All right, so we got a little bit. It's hard to see, but we have a little bit of the vintage photo, a little bit of the evergreen bough. We're just building up our textures and building up the colors. And I'm just going to do a little bit of a dry fit, just kind of keep checking. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the doily down. I'm going to use my art glitter. Yeah, it is totally different technique, and sometimes I rip depending on the application. I rip my napkins a lot. I will sometimes do where you put the water, right? You go around with a paintbrush, dip it in some water, and then it's easier to rip. And then this application, when I started coming up with this, it is so clean lined when you do it this way. Hi, Mary. Is it Mari? Mari M? Hello. I think it's probably Mari. How are you today? Is that, yeah, because that, isn't it? That's close to you, Daddy. That Dick Blick there. That's a great store. I don't know why we don't have one closer. Taylor and I always say that. We're it's a little surprising because you would think there would maybe be one in Torrance. Torrance is such a big city. And she goes to Cal State Fullerton, which is a good 45-minute drive. So then that means like that Dick Blick is probably even further. It's kind of crazy to think about. I wish we had one close. Do you guys remember Aaron Brothers Art Mart? Do you remember those stores? I think they went out of business, but we had one of those fairly close, and they did have some craft supplies. They would have pens and I think paints. You could get canvases, kind of limited, but it was nice. It was nice that we at least had that. Okay, so we're going to glue that down. Yours is a half an hour or so. Yeah, and that could be like a long drive. They do, I know they likely do a lot of big online, and we have ordered online for her before when she's needed, mostly for paints, like specific types of paint she's looking for. Oh no, did I lose remember when I lost my pen a couple weeks ago? Oh no. Oh, here it is. And then it was making my glue turn rusty, like brown. And then randomly, I was going through some of my ribbon rolls and I found this pin and it was different enough. And I tried it and it works. So it must be stainless steel, although it's much smaller. So it's even harder to find. But I almost was tempted to buy a whole nother bottle, like small bottle. I was like very bummed about the brown thing that was going on. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to grab, I have this. So on here, I had a little bit of ribbon. So I'm going to grab some more of the green ribbon and also a little bit of this cheesecloth, which I didn't grab either. Let me grab that. I thought I was so organized today with grabbing what I needed for this size. Oh, this would look cute too. Tulle would also look super cute. If you didn't have cheesecloth, tulle would be really cute. I've been using that a lot lately too. I'm just going to grab out a little bit of this white cheesecloth. I like the texture that it brings. Okay. Alrighty. Where are my scissors? Oh, this is exciting. Well, exciting to me. I finally recorded my ribbon drawer, like kind of the reveal on my ribbon drawer. If you guys have been following along with my reorganization and my clean out of all my craft supplies. Yesterday I recorded that. So I did my ribbon drawer reveal and then also my new twine string drawer, which is also a game changer. And that video, that will post tomorrow. And it's wonderful. It is, you know, when you're really disorganized and you have stuff just shoved into drawers and cabinets, which has kind of been the way I've lived the last couple of years, it kind of feels like that. Once it's all organized and you can open your drawer or your cabinet, whatever it is, and just go right to that thing, or you're looking for a particular color of something and you see it and you can grab it. And then when you're done with it, put it right back where you got it. It's like life-changing. It has been wonderful, wonderful. And it's been so wonderful that I'm recording it and I'm taping it all, right? I'm doing a video on it all, but I really want to jump ahead. It's hard not to just jump ahead to go on to the next section. Oops, it's not coming out of here very well. There we go. So I'm just going to hit this with a little bit of the Fabri-Tac. Glue that down. And I'm trying to do it in this reorganization in small little chunks because I don't want to pull everything out of all the cabinets and have a big pile of stuff. So I'm trying to do it in a very thoughtful way. Also, we have family coming in from out of town. We're having a memorial for my mother-in-law on March 8th. My mother-in-law passed away last year, but we had delayed her memorial in hopes that her sisters could come this spring and travel, you know, and more family could come. And so we had decided to do it on 1 year anniversary. So we also have family coming into town. So I didn't want to have like this big explosion of stuff. So I'm just doing it little by little. Okay, I'm just cutting like a little piece here. Obviously, I just keep cutting it. And let's see what that looks like. Oh, that looks so cute. Okay, I'm going to hit that. I'm just going to put a little bit of this glue. Let's stick that down. too, Susie. I learned so much from you guys too. So it's not, I certainly don't know all there is to know, but I would say probably every week I come away with more information. I love the back and forth, because what I don't know, there is for sure somebody in the chat that does know. And I love that. Okay, I'm going to hit this. I think I'm going to come around here with a little, do I want to do, yeah, I think I'll use vintage photo. So I'm going to give this a little bit of an inking up here too, just a little bit, not heavy, but just a little. Sometimes I feel like I selfishly love the lives because I love interacting with all of you, and that's what I love. I love the give and take. I love the wonderful conversation. I love that we often learn from each other. And we all come with different kind of wealth of knowledge, right? From our different experiences, different things we've crafted with, just I love it. I don't ever want to stop doing lives, I think. Let's see. Nettie says, I finally bought a file drawer and organized you did, Nettie? Organize everything last week. Now I feel like I can actually use my stuff and make something. Yes. Yes, Nettie. Oh my gosh, it must feel amazing. Okay, I think that I could use art glitter glue. I think I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac though, just because we have all the ribbon back there. I just think it'll stick a little bit better. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Nettie. Ugh. I'm kind of like, I don't know why I waited so long to do this. And I really didn't have like the thought of doing it maybe late last year, because I came back, I was gone for a while taking care of my mother-in-law and then coming back. But over that time, I think why it got so bad, I was probably somewhat organized before that. But even though I wasn't on here and doing content and doing lives and crafting with all of you, I was still not really shopping a lot, but I would go to the thrift store occasionally. I would, my husband and I, we hit up a couple of estate sales here and there, and I would come home with things and then I just shoved it, like I picked up ribbon or, vintage seam binding at a garage sale or something, I would just shove it in the drawer. So that it just got so bad because I couldn't open the drawers anymore. I didn't know what I had. Everything was just shoved in places. And it would take me even just like, say, trying to put a signature together. I'm making a junk journal and I need pages for my signatures. It takes me hours and hours and hours because I have books in different places. I have paper in different places. I keep using that word. I want to be a more efficient crafter, and I'm totally not efficient right now at all. It's just terrible. Yes, every Thursday at 2. We go live every Thursday. And then we're starting to do, last week was our first every third Thursday. I'm calling it Playing With. And Leanne, who's right below you in the chat, Crafty Kitty Vintage. Leanne was the first one, first official live Thursday. So every third Thursday, I'm having another crafter, a maker, somebody to come on and excite me with new things, right? Creatively, maybe things I haven't tried before, maybe things you haven't tried before. And also, I think it's a great way to just introduce you all to other creators and artists and crafters and makers. So I just love that. That's the other thing. That's like kind of part of that, kind of goes back to this whole thing, why it's so fun to hang out and be live in this sort of wonderful give and take that we have. I also want to use Vintage Craft and Chat these lives as a way to introduce you to maybe other creative people that you haven't, you know, stumbled upon their channel before. And in fact, next month, Debbie, my friend Debbie of My Vagabond Style, many of you may, some of you know who she is, some of you may not. Debbie is an amazing, I call her an art collage artist. So she did start off doing a lot of junk journaling. Back in her early days of crafting. So she started out with junk journaling, and now she does a lot more. She works with magazine images and vintage images, kind of mostly magazine. She does like jelly plate backgrounds and all these amazing things that I haven't quite, I'm not doing regularly. Maybe I don't have a good comfort level with it. So I'm super excited because I would like to explore that more. And I'm just really excited she's going to come on with us and just show us how she does what she does. And I think we'll all come away with, you know, we'll learn a lot. And just like Leanne last week, those adorable, which I want to make a million of them, the little tea bag tags that Leanne told us how to make, and just sitting here doing them with her, I'm like, oh, it would be cool to try this and cool to try that. And there was a lot of give and take going back in the chat. So I think it's just really fun. That's what I love. This is what this is all about. Isn't Debbie amazing? Yeah, she's so creative. She still like kind of likes the vintage vibe, but sometimes she'll do things that are, I always say surreal, but I don't know. Her mind is amazing. The things she thinks of, I think, oh, I wouldn't, like going back to the prompt, right? The prompt that we picked at the beginning was something with wheels. Like I probably would think of something that was very utilitarian, and I feel like Debbie would take this and think of something amazing that didn't even cross my mind. Like that's a way I can describe Debbie. She has like just amazing creativity. Okay, so here is our little cluster that we built. So we have our vintage sheet music and her little die cut, so cute, that we made. And you would never, let me see if I could, like you wouldn't know that that's from a napkin. So how accessible that is, how inexpensive too. Napkins go a long, long way. And you could take this just little cluster. Obviously, we're putting it on the front of our pocket here, but you could just glue this onto the page of a journal, making these little clusters. You could go any direction you want. That could just be a decoration on a page itself. So, and we've done clusters before. You could come in and you could back it with a paper clip. You could put another piece of paper, and it could be a little corner tuck on the side of a page. So you can even take this in a million different directions, which is what I love about junk journaling and paper crafting in general. Okay, I think we look really cute. I'm going to use because we're gluing on fabric, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. Let's get that on there. It's so cute. What time are we? Oh, we're pretty good. I don't think I'm going to try to make 2 because I'm talking so much. we'll never get to it. It'll be very, very long. And I know you guys all want to take on your day. Maybe I'll show you how to make one of the little clusters. Oh, that's what we'll do. We'll make a little quick little ticket cluster, and then we can put that up here in the corner. I didn't do it on this one, but I think it would be really cute. And that's it. How cute is that? I think these would be amazing to make up a bunch of these and just do little sweet neighbor gifts, or, you know, for your children or grandchildren. You can tuck little, like a little gift card. You could tuck like little candy bars. Wouldn't that be cute? Like the little, like the bunny ones. like they have at World Market or something. You could, because it's still a bag, right? You can still really fill that up. So you could come in and put another piece of fabric here or a piece of paper, and it's a super sturdy bag. And you could make, see, now I'm already thinking of all kinds of things. And then you could make a little treat bag. And if you wanted to be super extra, you could take like a piece of ribbon or like a chenille stem. Oh my gosh, let me grab one. Oh, looks so cute. Let me see. I just grabbed some out because of course I have chenille. I have chenille stems. Ugh. Wouldn't that be cute? I just thought about how cute that would be. Oh, look at that. Is that cute or what? Like a little basket. You could hang it on a doorknob, little neighbor. Is that cute or what? Oh. Yes, you could just, yeah, it's just an envelope. So I was making them as a pocket is what I was calling them, but they are really an envelope. They're very versatile. I love this. I love this. You know what? I'm going to make one of these. I think I'm going to do one of these for our little niece because Taylor and I picked up a little something for her. So I don't know if it's going to fit in here, but I'm going to do that for her. I love that. I love that. Isn't it cute? I love that. I love the fabric. I'm trying to use more and more fabric. I mean, I use little fabric scraps, but I'm not one to use big pieces of fabric. So I've really been having fun playing with that. So like this one, I had some, I just keep a big, here's like my fabric scrap jar here. I just keep a jar here at the ready with little pieces in it. So I put some napkin here and then and they're wonky. In fact, this one doesn't even go all the way across. It probably stops back here somewhere. So that was just like a wonky strip, that pink and white gingham, but it's just awfully cute. So this is fun. And if I ever get my sewing machine figured out, an extra step, which would be so adorable, is to come in here and do some stitching, right, on your sewing machine. You could even stitch around here before you glue it down. And I think that would really that would be super cute. Would even add extra to it. Okay, let's see. Let me grab, thought I had, let's grab one of these tickets. This one's a little wonky, but I guess that's okay. Oh, I don't like that it's wonky. It's a little bit ripped. Let me grab one that's in a little bit better shape here. And we'll do a little cluster and we'll put it up here. It's adorable. It's adorable. Okay, let's ink that up. Where's our ink? So cute. Yes, Susie. That's what happens. I must be in a really creative space right now, right? Because we all talk about how we get creative block from time to time. I'm definitely not in a blocked phase right now. I'm just having so much fun with all this cute Eastery stuff. Okay, so I just inked up the little carnival ticket here. And let's see, what do we want to put on it? Probably a little bit. Let's grab here. Do we want to have that same purple? Maybe. Let's grab, because we use the doily here, let's grab a little bit of this doily. Let's kind of tie it in. And I'm just going to rip off a piece of that. We can just kind of keep ripping till it's the size we like. That's cute. Maybe let's ink that up. And I love these little clusters like this, whether you're building it this way, you're using a ticket as, where's my pink? Ooh, I have purple. Do we want to try purple? Let's see. I never use my purple ink. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry for my face there. Oh, it's not that. Here it is. It might be too dark. I'm mostly like a vintage photo or black soot, or I'll put, green in here and there. Let's see what this is like. It might be too dark, but let's see. I'm trying to look for one of these sponge tips that I haven't. Oh, this is fun. I'm having fun playing with you guys today. I'm trying to do it really lightly. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. It's a really new ink pad too, and a new dauber head, so it's cute. Yeah, I think that's cute. So hopefully you can see a little bit of purple there. It's good to expand our inks that we play with. Okay, so we have a little bit of doily. Let me see what I have here. Maybe not the purple again, because now we have purple on our doily. Ooh, do I have any yellow? Yellow be cute. Ooh, yellow might be really cute. And you don't need much. That's why it's, whoops, it doesn't rip that way. That's why it's good to keep all these little tiny scraps. Oh, this one doesn't rip. Ugh. That doesn't rip. Ripped a little bit, but not much. Okay, let's see what the yellow. Oh, that's so cute. It's like this little striped Swiss dot. That's adorable. All right, what else do we want? A little bit of lace, maybe? I'm trying to look at our pocket here. Let me get my lace. I'm reaching over. Let's see what we have. In here, little bits and pieces. That doesn't show up much. And we have a little bit of purple. Okay, I like that, but we need something else. We need something else that'll kind of pop behind it. But I think we're going in a good direction here. What do I have here? Oh, this is cute. Let's get a little bit of this. So it's like kind of blues, pinks, yellows. Doesn't want to rip either. Bad luck with the fabric ripping today. Okay, let's clean up all that. Okay. All right, we'll kind of build it, then we'll see where we're at. Oh, that's cute. And then I'll show you guys here. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so we have a little bit of our ticket. We put a little bit of the doily on there. We hit it with a little bit of the purple. We have a little tiny of the yellow Swiss dot. We'll layer on another little piece of that blue material there. And then I have this piece of purple lace, but I'm actually going to fold it. I kind of fold it. Hopefully you guys can see. So it gives it a little bit, kind of a little bit more texture. I kind of tuck that in there. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm going to take my little tiny, you could just use a regular stapler. I just happen to have one of these little teeny tinies that I love. It's like my cheap version of the Tim Holtz one, right? I think Tim Holtz has a, let me move that around a little bit. There we go. Tim Holtz has that little tiny attacher. This is like the original. These little old swing lines, if you guys have those, I love that. And that's it. So I just put a little staple in there, and you could come in, would be so cute. I do quite often too, get a little tiny button and glue a little tiny button on there. And I like to come in and hit it with a little bit of, even though it is securely attached with the staple, I just put a little bit of glue. Not so everything is super flat, but just, it won't catch if you're putting, you know, candy in there or ephemera or whatever. But not so much that you don't have a little bit of movement in it. There we go. That is so cute. Look how cute that is. Ah! Okay, and then let's attach that here. I like how we're tying in with, I'm going to put a little bit more glue under here. I want that ripping away there. All right, and let's use our art glitter glue. So cute. You could probably even, like if you do the chenille stem, I'm wondering if you could attach this or do like a little sandwich on the chenille stem, maybe even. All right, is that adorable or what? So just a little bit extra to dress up that top there. Yes, Susie, aren't they great? I had one too, and then when my mom passed away, I think I found at least maybe one or two in her stuff, and I saved them. I have them. I have them in the other room. And I was lucky enough, my mom had some boxes of the, right, because they're the little tiny staples. So I have some more of those. So cute. Hang dangles off the head. Oh, that would be cute. That would be so cute with dangles. And you could also, like, I don't want to use, this is like a vintage one I'm hoarding, but you could take two colors, you know, and wrap them like this. So you can make it a little bit more substantial. I'm not doing it the right way, but you know what I mean? So they don't. And you could put flowers. You could little dangles. Oh my gosh. I'm like in love. I'm in love with that. So super cute. Let's put a few pieces of ephemera in it here and finish it off. And then we could say our goodbyes. Let me clean up a little bit here. Maybe we won't have the thing going in and out as much. Did you? Oh yeah, I think I've seen the little tiny ones at Dollar Tree. You'll love it. I love having that little one. I love having the little one on my desk. This has been fun too. I started doing that this week. I think in this jar, I was keeping little scraps of washi tape, thinking, you know, that you pull off of something. Oh, I'll use it, but I wasn't ever grabbing and using them. So now it's my little cheesecloth jar. That's been another nice addition to my craft space. Okay. All right, let's grab some fun ephemera. Let me get that out of the way. We'll finish off our cute little cuteness here. Next week, little spoiler alert, we're going to be working with guest checks. So if you guys have guest checks in your stash, definitely pull those out. Or if you don't have guest checks, you could use like little rip-off invoices. What else would be cute? Like bridge cards, you know, anything that's kind of, it doesn't have to be the same shape because it doesn't really matter what your base is, but these are like 6.5 by like 3.25 ish. But you could use tally cards, you could use time cards, anything like that would be a cute base. So we're going to keep playing with that kind of Easter theme next week. We're sticking with the Easter and the spring and fabrics and all that kind of stuff. So let's put a little bit of cute ephemera. In fact, what we're making next week would look super cute in these. I didn't realize that till now. But how sweet is that? We have some more little tickets here. What are we going to put in that one? I just think these are adorable. Definitely want to make more. And you could take this at Christmas time. You can do a Christmas theme. Once you have this down, you could just go crazy with it. Little St. Patrick's Day themed ones. Let's get something a little bit tall. I rediscovered I had these the other day. I haven't used these. Those are like the Tim Holtz. What are they? A wallpaper, like from the little wallpaper pack. I don't have anything tall to put in the back of this one. We'll do this. Stick a little bit, but these are so cute. I'm just going to stick a little bit of book page in the back of that one, just so you guys can kind of see. Adorable. Oh, here's some more flowers. Let's stick those. Let's stick those in there. Super cute. So that is it, my friends. I am so thankful for everybody that was here today. I hope you feel inspired. Is anybody going to try to make these? Are you going to make baskets? You're going to make them to go in your journals? Let's see. Let me catch up. Oh, oh my gosh, 5,000 staples for $1.25? That's really good value. That's awesome value. Oh, did you get stuck? You got stuck, Leanne? What part are you stuck at? Are you like trying to see what you have supply-wise? Did you get stuck? Yeah. I always ask you guys too. I'm always curious if you guys craft along with me, but really, I guess I probably wouldn't be. I don't know. Maybe I would just be listening. But I craft along with people all the time. Like if I'm watching like live sales, what was it the other night I was watching Angela, the traveling crafter, and she had Carrie and Sandy on, and I oh no, I wasn't working on these. I was working on next week's project, and I love the company. I like the company while I was crafting and listening to all the chitty chatter. Let's see here. Let me catch up. I love when you guys are all talking to each other. Amy said she posted a photo in the Instagram group of what you made. I'm going to go look at it. Can I share it? Your spring colors and bunnies inspired me to get out some of my, can I show it? Let's see. Oh, you're so welcome, Susie. I'm so glad you were here today. Yes. Amazing basis for friend mail swap. That's what I was thinking with these two. And even if you had like another, like a pack that had, book pages and stuff like that, how cute that would be, like right on the front or right on as a topper with a bow. Oh my gosh, I'm going so crazy. You've been eating while you're doing laundry. See, you've been accomplishing a lot. Laundry is good. I do that sometimes too. I eat lunch and I see, oh, who's on? Who am I going to watch? Okay, let me find Amy's thing here, and then I'll turn around and we'll say our goodbyes. Let me go into Instagram. Our little group here, Vintage Craft and Chat. Oh my gosh. So Amy says, don't mind all the glue all over her hands. She made a teeny assemblage with an old locket. Oh my gosh, Amy. Look what Amy made. Oh, it's not very. OMG. What is that little girl? It's a Cupie. Are those the little things that would come in the little plastic containers? Look at your little mushrooms. Oh my gosh, she's adorable. I have to pull it away to look. And the little flowers and the little wings. Oh my gosh, Amy. She's so cute. And what is the base? Is it like, it looks like a little watch? What is the metal part? Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Oh, Kathy, laying in bed watching on TV. Are you sick, Kathy? Hi, Kathy. I hope you're not sick. Hopefully you're just relaxing. Yes, they would look. And the good thing too, Kathy, like if you have a smaller bag, where are those bags? I have some. I'm keeping like my Tim Holtz people in here. I just have them in that bin at the back. So I'm just using them for that now. But if you had a smaller, I mean, these are the regular bags, but you could glue everything down. So if you had a more narrow bag, they would be cute too. If you have like a smaller journal, that would work. That would work really well too. Oh, Kathy. Oh, but that's good. I'm so glad you did that. It is a good thing to do. It's a really good thing to do. Well, that's good. Just snuggle up and sleep it off the rest of the day. That's usually what I have. Oh, wait, she just posted another. So there's the back of it. So it is like a watch. Whoops, what happened? Here we go. It is, oh my gosh, Amy. You know how I like little teeny tiny things. Oh my gosh. I always want to say amazing, which because that's in your name. And then I always like stop myself. I don't want to like overuse it, but it's amazing. That's adorable. Oh my gosh. Oh, so cute. Oh, this is just Dollar Tree. I picked it up because I keep getting glue on this mat. Can you see? It's like it's terrible. I try to scrub it. I envy those people that like put a protective thing down and then they don't get glue, but now this has glue all over it. It's just a Dollar Tree, one of those cheapy placemats. But it's plastic. I haven't tried to scrub it yet. I probably will here sometime soon, but it has so much. And I always get lots of glue here. Do you guys get that too? Right? Because when you're crafting, I tend to like pull things forward and glue here. So there's a big buildup. There's a big buildup here. Yeah, I haven't seen this one lately, but I think they usually have like 3 or 4 to choose from, but they're great and they're thin. I just pulled it out recently. They're great because sometimes I just kind of shove it in I'm a shover, shove it in the closet over there where my papers are, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. So I highly recommend. Okay, let me turn the camera around and we'll say our goodbyes. Settings here. Let me look at my list to make sure I didn't have anything else. There I am. I must have looked like I was in the dark earlier too. That's so crazy. I'm trying to look on the keyboard what Taylor did to fix it. And where did here's my notes. Okay, let me see. We did the prompt jar. We talked about tickets. I mentioned episode 5 of the clean out and reorganization. That video is posting tomorrow. Oh, and some of us would know because some of us know Jan. That was so fun. Kathy will remember too because she was at that sale. So that's another video that I have posting next Tuesday. So my friend Jan, our friend Jan, so many of us love Jan, Antiques from Karen. She had a live sale. When was that, Kathy? Like a month ago, maybe? And it was like a craft sale. So I had bought, I think I might even have posted in our vintage crafting chat group. So I bought a couple lots from her. And then she messaged me after and said, would you be interested in vintage bingo cards? Which of course, because I bought a lot of bingo cards from her over the years. So she found some other stuff and yes, please. I would love to buy those. And then there was space in the box. And so she just filled it with stuff she found. We were just kind of chit-chatting one afternoon. And I said, oh, these are the things I'd be looking with. But so I'm calling the video friend mail / like vintage craft supplies, because she put so many amazing sweet things in there that she didn't charge me for. And I said, please charge me. Make sure you charge me. So that was a really fun video. It was a fairly big box and I had no idea what was in it. And so my reaction and opening everything live with all of you. Yeah, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Really cool, really, really cool. Like really cool stuff, like things that are like my new little favorite things. So be sure to look out for that this coming Tuesday. And I have her links and everything in there so you guys can go back and subscribe to her channel and follow along. And also for those that don't know Jan, she there's a whole other story behind that. So Jan inherited, Kathy would be more eloquent and explain it better, but Jan inherited, her mom passed away. Her mom was an antique dealer, a collector, had a beautiful eye for things. And Jan's mother passed away. She only child inherited her mother's home, which was 2 stories and a basement. And her mom kind of in the later years had become a hoarder. And so there's so many amazing videos on Jan's channel about cleaning out the house and what to do with all this stuff. And I have to say, it isn't, some of us, when we say hoarder, we think, there's trash and there's yucky stuff. None of that. Good. You put her link in. All amazing, beautiful, antique things. Her mom loved to craft, so she has a lot of craft supplies. Just really fun. So a lot of us sort of came together and I don't know. We all kind of there's a lot of little kind of side groups, I feel like, here in YouTube land, but a lot of people here know Jan and love Jan. And was it Sundays, Kathy? She would just strap a she called it board bra, but she would strap like a GoPro on her and walk through the house. And it was like treasure hunting. I love treasure hunting. I love vintage. And we never knew what she was going to find, what she was going to uncover. And then she eventually started doing live sales. And you guys have to go watch. There's like a whole thing. They bought another piece of property. So she's now come back occasionally and has done a few live sales. But definitely go if you love treasure hunting, if you love antiques, if you love the surprise, like what is she going to uncover? What is she going to find next? They're amazing. Go back to the beginning. She even has a video about her mom and just kind of the whole saga. So anyway, sorry, that's a long thing, but I just love her. She's amazing. And Dean, her boyfriend, is an amazing person. And and they bought another piece. I'm giving it away, but they bought another piece of property. He built her this amazing barn because he's an amazing, can do anything, handy person. He built a barn. He literally built her a barn. But it's good. So I highly recommend you guys click on that link that Kathy put in and go watch her older videos. And then she was doing live sales. A lot of us, you will see us in the live sales buying stuff. And I have a lot of really beautiful, amazing vintage pieces that I bought that were her mom's. And I love, I collect vintage. So I like that story behind. I can look at these things and know they were things her mom found and that came from Jan. So yeah, it's really cool. I highly recommend that. And I also said in the video that next time, if I know she's doing a live sale, I think maybe the last two I missed. This was the first one I caught. I didn't catch her when she came back. But if she does do like a craft supply type sale, I want to keep in touch with her on that, and I'll post it in my community tab and Instagram. I'll try to share it because again, it's fun, right? You never know what she's going to bring. And we all love craft supplies. So yeah. Yes. Okay. Hi, Carolyn. Oh, good. I'm glad you like these. This was a fun craft. So if you just came in, you can go back and look, but we had a lot of fun making these little pockets, which then we realized could be used. Hey, honey, a million different things, baskets, all kinds of things. So definitely go back and check it out. And I think that's it. So yeah, grab something for next week that's sort of like a guest check, sort of, maybe has this type of shape, and we'll be crafting with a lot of things with fabrics. We're kind of keeping with this beautiful pastel kind of Easter spring theme. So you're going to see a lot of these same types of materials kind of pop up for next week. And hopefully I need to do one more for the thumbnail. I'll probably have the thumbnail up for that maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I'm trying to stay ahead of that. And then I'll post it in my community tab. So make sure you have the little bell notification clicked. If you have the bell notification clicked, then I think you get notified when we go live on Thursdays. And again, we meet every Thursday here at 2 p.m. Eastern for lives. And then I also post, thrift hauls, and where I'm in the middle of this big craft room reorganization. So I'm posting videos from time to time with that. So there's other content other than our Thursdays together. So, all right, everybody, I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Thursday and a wonderful week. And I will see you all next Thursday. Bye, friends.